Heartbreak in Hartville. Episode 5, Lyin Hearts. Hi, sleuths. I'm Casey, your resident slice sleuth, back on the case. Heartache, fear, suspicion, despair, and desperation, Daisy's disappearance has been the catalyst for a whirlwind of emotions. When we last left off, mistrust hung in the air, thick and impossible to shake. And no wonder. The spotlight has begun to fall squarely on one of their own, Dane Marks. A liar? What is he hiding? And who else has been misleading everyone? What started as a search for a sweet little girl is quickly becoming a tale of betrayal, secrets, and the unraveling of trust. If they can't get past this, what chance do they have of bringing Daisy home? In the quest for truth, nothing is more effective than 3 drops of Veritaserum. It will have you babbling your deepest, darkest secret in no time. But this isn't Hogwarts, it's Hartville. And here, the investigation is in the hands of the police, not the Ministry of Magic. So, a polygraph it is. It's time to strip away all the pretense and lay bare the truth. Up first, Daisy's dad, Duke Hart. Whatever the reason, whether it's a show of how much everyone cares, the desire to please the Harts, or fear of being labeled guilty if they refuse the test, everyone has agreed to take the polygraph exam. Anyway, the reason doesn't matter, only the results do. The room was colder than Duke expected. The chair creaked as he shifted, breaking the otherwise complete silence. The chair announces every move I make, Duke thought, an audible measure of how nervous I am. Must be part of the intimidation factor. He glanced at the wires attached to his arms and chest, small, harmless things. But their presence made him feel exposed, vulnerable. The polygraph examiner, a middle-aged woman with sharp eyes and a tight bun, sat across from him, her expression unreadable. She too is part of the intimidation factor, Duke thought. It's working. Duke took a deep breath, steadying himself. He knew this was routine, just another step in finding Daisy. His sweet. But the knot in his stomach wouldn't untangle. They'd gone over it 1,000 times, retraced every step. Yet here he was, sitting in a sterile room, being asked to prove that he hadn't missed something, that he wasn't somehow to blame for Daisy's disappearance. It would be hard to prove. After all, he did blame himself.
Are you ready, Mr. Hart?
As ready as I'll ever be.
She started with the control questions, his name, his age, where he lived. Simple, familiar answer. Then the questions shifted. He knew it was coming, but still the tension rose in his chest.
Do you know where Daisy Hart is?
No.
His heart pounded. His mind flashed back to the last time he'd seen her. That morning was so routine, so normal. They dropped her off at school. She'd kissed him on the cheek, a quick peck, but he took his usual extra hug. Maggie never handed Daisy her bag until she got her goodbye kiss, just to be sure she didn't forget and dash off. She waved as she skipped toward the schoolhouse, turning around to say her part of the rhyme she loved so much. "See you later, alligator." Why didn't Duke say his part that morning? After a while, crocodile. Was he distracted? He couldn't recall. He was already forgetting bits and pieces. Daisy was slipping through his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. He was nearly in a trance, caught up in his thoughts, when the examiner's question disrupted him.
Did you hurt Daisy Hart?
No.
The examiner's eyes never left him, watching his every breath, every movement. It was absurd. He would never hurt his daughter. But the fact that the question had to be asked broke something deep inside him. He hated that he was here. Hated that any of them were.
Do you have any information about Daisy Hart's disappearance?
No.
This answer felt heavier, like it carried the weight of the world. Because what if he had missed something? What if there was something he should have seen, should have known? A flicker of doubt, one he had been fighting, since the day Daisy disappeared, clawed its way to the surface. It was a parent's worst nightmare, knowing you were supposed to protect them, supposed to sense the danger before it arrived, but he hadn't. He hadn't seen or heard anything, and now here he was, being questioned like a suspect in the worst event of his life, and he had nothing to offer. The examiner asked a few more questions, routine ones, but Duke barely registered them. His mind was spinning, replaying every moment of that morning in a loop. Every smile, every wave. Could he have done something differently? Should he have stayed longer? Waited to make sure she made it safely inside? The guilt ate away at him, relentless. Even though he knew deep down that none of this was his fault, he also believed it was. Finally, the examiner closed her notebook and stood.
That's all, Mr. Hart. Let's get you unhooked. I'll email the result to Detective Robbins now. Your exam showed no deception.
Duke nodded, but his mind was elsewhere. As he stood to leave, his thoughts returned to Daisy. He had done everything he could to find her. He had worked with the police, the volunteers, and the search parties. He'd made the calls, put up the posters. He had given every ounce of himself to the search, but it still wasn't enough. Not yet. He glanced back at the polygraph machine before stepping out of the room, wondering if it could really see the truth. Because the truth was, Duke didn't know where Daisy was, but he would keep searching until he found her. Duke catches Maggie's eye as he steps out of the room and she steps in. He senses her anxiety, and yet another wave of guilt washes over him. Did she think he didn't believe her? That he needed a lie detector to determine if he could trust his wife? Another thought surfaced, one that was ugly, that he was ashamed of, one he'd been suppressing. He did need Maggie to prove herself. He was no longer capable of blind trust. He diverted his eyes from hers to the ground, certain she could tell what he'd been thinking. Maggie Hart sits down, her hands trembling slightly as she grips the armrests of the chair. Dark circles under her eyes betray sleepless nights. Her mind is racing with fear and uncertainty, and so is her heart. That can't be good for the test, she thinks. In an effort to calm down, she looks up at the examiner and manages a weak smile. It's immediately apparent she won't be receiving a warm welcome from her, or any welcome at all for that matter. The examiner's expression didn't soften, it remained as ice-cold as the air in that tiny room. Maggie shivered. Maggie was used to treating people as friends, whether it was the first or the 100th time they met. Since Daisy vanished, so had her friends, and this was taking a toll on her. The polygraph examiner disrupts Maggie's thoughts.
You're all hooked up now. Are you comfortable?
Comfortable? The AC is on full blast. She feels like she needs a winter coat. The small, hard chair she is precariously perched on tips easily and squeaks with her every move, and she's in this tiny room to prove her innocence in her daughter's disappearance. It's all so surreal and uncomfortable. Maggie hears herself saying the word yes.
Yes.
While she is thinking no. Her first lie, would there be more? She shrugs her shoulders, already feeling defeated.
Let's get started then. Please don't move like that again. You should remain still. These first questions are to set up the measurements when you answer truthfully. They are quite straightforward. Then I'll ask questions about your daughter's case. Yes or no answers are best. Don't elaborate. Is your name Margaret Ray Hart?
Yes.
Are you currently living at 1133 Hart Ranch Road?
Yes.
The questions are so basic, so easy. But Maggie knows what's coming next, and the knot in her stomach tightens. This test isn't about confirming where she lives. It's about Daisy. And Maggie knows that no matter how truthfully she answers, there's no guarantee this machine will side with her. Then Duke's face flashes in her mind again, his faith in her, his belief that she couldn't have anything to do with this. He did believe her, right? Maybe he doesn't, and he's too ashamed to admit it. Is she part of the reason he wanted polygraphs done? Maggie's spiraling. The examiner's voice brings her crashing back.
Do you know where your daughter Daisy is?
Then suddenly, without warning, the examiner's softball pitches become hardball pitches. Each one feels like it's hitting Maggie in the gut. This is harder than she had imagined. It feels like she's being accused of harming her child.
No.
Her answer is firm, but doubt creeps in as soon as she speaks. Not doubt in herself, but doubt in the machine, in the process, in the way she's being perceived. Anyone who watches true crime as she does knows that the investigation always starts with the closest people and works outward from there. Regardless of how considerate Detective Robbins has been, he must be looking at her and Duke under a microscope. That rattles her. The idea of her life, her privacy being intruded upon, is hard for her to accept. Maybe it's the lawyer in her. Maybe.
Have you lied to the police during their investigation?
No.
Maggie's mind starts racing. She hasn't lied, she's omitted information at times. She didn't tell Detective Robbins that Mary is going through IVF and that she's been administering Mary's daily injections for the past month. But that isn't relevant, so it shouldn't matter. And it's Mary who should share that information, not her. She's growing concerned because she has withheld the other part, which is Mary's moodiness for the past couple weeks. And now, her downright uncharacteristic irritability. Mary hasn't acted like a best friend since Daisy disappeared, and she can't understand why. She attributes it to hormones, but she hasn't had the opportunity to discuss it with Mary, and that's why she hasn't mentioned it to the police. But now she wonders if all of this might matter after all. Maybe hormones mixed with the stress of Daisy missing is driving her crazy. Has all this stress caused her best friend to come unhinged? Does Mary need her help more than anything right now? This all hits Maggie like a brick, and the deep guilt takes her breath away.
Have you done anything to harm your daughter Daisy?
No, never.
Her response bursts out louder than she intended. She can't help it. The thought of harming Daisy is unbearable, and the mere suggestion fills her with rage and guilt all at once. Tears prick the corners of her eyes, but she blinks them away quickly, trying to regain her composure. She can't break now. She's pretty sure crying in the middle of a polygraph would be an instant fail. She realizes she feels guilty for not protecting Daisy. How long had she known Dane? Years. He'd never done anything to make her doubt him. He loved Duke like a brother, and he loved Daisy. He was a simple man, always content with the small things in life. She had never sensed anything off about him, never. And yet, that list, it's changed everything. Could he be capable of something so vile? Is this why Mary's been acting so odd? Maggie's emotions are suddenly overwhelming. Why is she just fitting these pieces together now? My theory? Maggie's sudden revelations are the result of being asked complex probing questions that require a simple yes or no answer, that require her to sit still and silent, that leave her isolated, with only herself to listen to and analyze her own thoughts. It's like a forced extensive exercise in self-reflection. There's no place to hide from her thoughts, no room for denial, and there's no lying to herself, right?
Have you been truthful with your husband, Duke Hart, about your knowledge of Daisy's whereabouts?
Yes.
She answers quickly, but the guilt twists in her chest. Duke has been her anchor, but how much longer could they hold on to each other if Daisy didn't come home? They were both suffering, barely holding together, under the weight of suspicion, under the weight of not knowing. She had told Duke everything, well, almost everything. She didn't want to add to his burdens. But was that deceit? protecting her husband's tender heart as he protected hers. That's love. And with that, a calm came over her. Their love for each other, their love for Daisy, will safeguard them.
Okay, that's it. Let me disconnect you. I'll be emailing your results to Detective Robbins. I think he will go over them with you. But overall, the results of your polygraph are inconclusive.
Inconclusive? The word hits her like a slap in the face. Inconclusive means doubt, means more suspicion, means the police will keep looking at her like she's hiding something. Her heart pounds in her chest. Her breath quickens. She had told the truth, but the machine didn't believe her. Will anyone believe her?
What does that mean?
It means the results aren't clear enough to determine deception or truth. The emotional and psychological stress you're under can impact the test.
I didn't lie. I didn't, and now nobody will believe me.
Listen, this doesn't mean you're lying, Maggie. It just means the machine can't distinguish between truth and the emotional turmoil you're experiencing right now.
Maggie feels a wave of helplessness wash over her. The machine couldn't see the truth. All it saw was the worry, the exhaustion, the raw emotion coursing through her. And now, this result, inconclusive, would only raise more questions. Not just from the police, but from Duke, from everyone. Her mind spirals. What will Duke think? What will happen to their marriage if this drags on? And what about Mary? Could her moodiness really just be the IVF? And Dane? God, could he have been hiding something all along? She stands from the chair, feeling a strange numbness take over. The examiner's voice fades into the background as she walks out the door, the word inconclusive echoing in her mind. And that wraps up episode 5. The polygraphs may not have unwrapped all the lies, but they've ripped open the raw, unspoken turmoil. Duke and Maggie's deepest conflicts, the ones they've been avoiding, are no longer locked away inside their hearts. The question is, will Duke's love for Maggie endure? Or will he be unable to see past her Lyin heart? Hey sleuths, think you've got all the answers? Maybe you do, maybe not. There's more polygraph examinations coming up, and even though the results may seem telling, on Slice of Crimes, nothing is ever exactly as it seems. Can't wait to unwrap more secrets next time. Infinite thanks for listening. How do you feel after an episode of Slice of Crimes? One step closer to the truth? If you haven't cracked the case yet, no worries, you're not alone. But before you go, remember, the mystery doesn't end here. Enjoyed this episode? Show some love. Share Slice of Crimes with your friends, family, or even that neighbor who's a little too interested in true crime. Oh wait, that's probably you. Your 5-star ratings and killer reviews help keep these investigations coming. And I couldn't do it without you. Got your own theories? Burning questions? Or maybe a case you think I should tackle next? I'm all ears. Send your ideas and suggestions my way. The more you engage, the sharper my sleuthing gets. So until next time, fellow sleuths, keep your wits about you. Stay curious. Stay sharp. You never know what the next slice of crime will serve up. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Infinite thanks for listening today and for tuning in next week.